All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I wasn't going to do a video today, but hopefully you checked out yesterday's critical updates and, of course, the other one on Prepper Soap. Just want to do like kind of a fun one for all. Everybody's going out doing the Black Friday thing and all that. I thought, you know what, let's put something into consideration, which is a really great way to prep soap in a very large amount, and also keep it so you can keep using it. It lasts for a year. But anyway, I want to talk to you about kind of what's going on since the ceasefire in southern Lebanon with Israel. So, of course, everybody is all ecstatic about that and thinking things are moving in the right direction, which is, it's better. It's definitely holding right now. And the peace I don't know if I call it a peace. A lot of people think like, it's a truce, or this is 60 days, and honestly, all it's going to do is allow regrouping on all of the different things. Also, there was an article that came out that basically it's from Haaretz, which of course is the left-leaning MSNBC of Israel, but says that a lot of this had to do with Netanyahu's criminal court thing, the ICC. So a lot of things are going on in the background. We come and we report here, but things happen in conjunction with each other. If you think there's no coincidence between all of a sudden Netanyahu being thrown onto the ICC docket and then everybody going, hey, we're going to arrest you if you travel anywhere, and then a ceasefire happens in southern Lebanon, well, yes, that is a little bit of a coinky-dink, isn't it? So that's why France came out and said what they said, which is basically, we're not going to listen to it. America, same way. So they're going to work on that, but there are just different ties to stuff. Now, when the southern Lebanon thing went down, now there's major action going on in northwestern Syria, and this is with the group's HTS, which is basically what's going on is the Syrian opposition. Okay, these are the anti-Assad people. They're doing the most major attacks, and this is all proxy and tied to the larger configuration of basically the West versus Russia and the East and China. Okay, so in northwestern Syria, there's major attacks going on. The American base Conoco had a major attack on it. They're right outside the gates of Aleppo. So there's proxy wars going on right now. So basically, Lebanon chills out. Syria really flares up. Okay, this is what's going on all over. As I said before, this is all just basically a subset proxy first innings of the world war between East and West that's happening right now. And it's happening on different little ball fields like Ukraine, like Middle East and Lebanon, and like Syria, and it's going on. It's even out, you could say what's going on between Venezuela and Essequibo, which we haven't heard a lot about, but that's still, another little flashpoint in the background of other areas, things going on in Africa, northern Africa and the Sahel. So it came out, the German foreign minister, I'm pretty sure, yesterday basically said, and this is the most concerning part, is that we are to the point where we might have to invoke Article 5. So for those that don't know, Article 5 is the mutual defense application of NATO. So if one country in NATO gets attacked, the others come to their aid. All right, so let's say you're up in Lithuania and Russia decides to go over the border and attack them. Well, Article 5 gets triggered, and then everybody comes to their aid, and then basically you have war. So I mentioned Lithuania on purpose because they have really upped their dragon's teeth, their minds, their anti-Russian incursion measures, because they're afraid of this. They're afraid of basically Russia crossing the border into Lithuania. And starting there, which I don't really see happening. I think Russia's got its hands full. What I see more, and this is just my personal opinion, is a goading of Russia. When you take all this off, like the major stuff off the top, and you really look at the baseline thing, have you guys seen what's going on to the ruble? The ruble is getting crushed right now. That not a coincidence. Things start, and as Gerald Slent used to say, currency wars become world wars. We have had an underlying currency war going on. You've got the BRICS and the dollar below all of this, jockeying for control of the world. The BRICS is rising. It's getting more people. It's pretty much on parity with the dollar in interest and, I won't say use, but it could really challenge it. So what happens then? Well, then things basically evolve into the potential for conflict, for major war, because if you own the currency of the global trade system, then you own everything, which is why America has basically had a free checkbook to do whatever the heck we want. That's getting challenged. That's under. So all this stuff going up on top are all things that are basically now coming out and happening. So when you see Syria happening, when you see Israel happening, or Lebanon and Gaza, when you see Ukraine and Russia, when you see Taiwan and China, Venezuela, Essequibo, Mali and Niger, all of those things are bubbling up from the baseline problem of the currency of the world, basically in question. The American dollar's dominance is starting to really be challenged, and that is making a lot of people that have made a lot of money over the last century or so, since Bretton Woods, really have a problem and start to kick the dust up of a potential physical, kinetic fight. That is what's going on right now. And when the German foreign minister comes out and says, hey, Russia is acting in such a way with sabotage and everything else, we're going to have to invoke potentially at some point in the future, and not so distant than that, Article 5, which means a direct fight with NATO and Russia, which truly is World War III. The other thing that just happened was this morning, Putin said that decision-making centers like Kiev are well within the grounds of being hit by the new Oreshnik or Hazelwood, which basically is this new weapon that goes Mach 9 or 10, depending on what kind of a clock you got on it, and it's unstoppable. These are the kind of weapons that are starting to be used. So that's the problem, okay? I think I did a pretty good job under, just explaining what's really under the surface and what's starting to bubble up on top of the surface. So this is going to happen, folks. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not going to happen tomorrow. You got time, but it's happening. Okay, so now's the time to prepare. Now's the time to get everything you need. If you think that you're having problems getting stuff now, you wait till there is global conflict. My Lord, you will be lucky to get what you need. So that's why you want to take this now. All right, and take this opportunity. Friends, thanks so much for your investment in the channel. Thanks for being here. Please hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken out the bell, leave a comment. Please join us as a possible member. That is always helpful. A couple bucks a month keeps the lights on and us doing what we're doing here, with also the Crisis Report, which is my other channel, which is a big news readout at youtube.com/@crisisreport. And then, of course, I've got Subscribestar and Locals, which I'm going to populate today as we're driving home. And there are other ways to support. You've got Twitter and X. You've got Minds and Gab and Truth Social as well. And we just love having you. So God bless you all, folks. I hope you have a great day. And we will see you on the next one.